in suspense from last time. My name is Neni Carolina Chacin, and I am your coach for automating and optimizing your life. I'm a professional jazz and gospel singer, and I also am a software engineer and property investor. So I'm very glad to have you online here. If you're watching this in the replay, thank you so much for watching on the replay. I wanted to, as I promised, to redo one of the lives, day 4, because I stopped in the middle. I couldn't do the lives at the end because we were so exhausted by the time we got to the hotel and unloaded and showered and dinner and prepared everything, did all the social media marketing and everything. I had no energy left to do a proper live for you, and I want to give you the best energy I can. I wanted to give you the best of me. I wanted to make this special for you, to tell you all the stories about the trip. So I know, just to recount, this today is about variety and environments. This is day 4. I actually did a very, very good conversation for you that actually got deleted because I talked about and something about, and I can't say that, so that's why I think something got blocked in there. So in any case, I wanted to do this again and continue on resuming now that I'm set up here in my California dreaming place. And I wanted to recap. So recapping a little bit of the adventure that I took. So I have several episodes. So first I did the announcement about Route 66 and my travel all across the country from the East Coast to the West Coast. So it was an amazing trip, and I am here. I'm settled. Everything's fine. Thank you so much for those asking me, what's happening? You're not posting. I am back. As you have seen, I'm resuming my social media life with a bang, and also a lot of information, a lot of content. I have so many pictures to share, so many things to share with you. So recapping, I did the announcement on August 22nd. And then on that same day, I posted the first episode, which was Hurry Up to the Unknown. Then on August 23rd is day 2, Marathon versus Sprint. Check out the videos on YouTube or Facebook or Periscope or Twitch. And then day 3 was It's Darkest Before Dawn. And that was on August 24th. So now I'm doing day number 4, which is environment and variety. I wanted to share. I had all the episodes lined up, but I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to continue doing this. So far, if I recap, the first day I slept in Pittsburgh, and that whole day was great. And then the second day I slept in Indianapolis, near the highway. The third day I went through St. Louis, and I slept in Joplin, Missouri. And day 4 I went through Oklahoma. And in Amarillo, and I slept in Amarillo, Texas. So what happened that day was a very, very exciting day, because that day, after we traveled for 7 days, and we had gone a little bit in the middle of the way, like halfway, and then we finally got into the old Route 66. And as you know, you've seen the videos. That day I posted that video of a live impromptu concert with a new friend, a trumpet player who happens to be the trumpet player for Chet Baker's jazz ensemble in Washington, D.C. It was absolutely amazing, and I was very, very happy to share with him. We sang, we jammed, and I didn't want to leave. What happened is I was going on the road. As you know, I drove the whole way. I have a wonderful co-pilot, Norma, and all of a sudden, we see the signs for Route because Route 66 is no longer existing as a route again. And there are some portions of it that still are there. And then there are some little towns built around Route 66 that were from the era. And some businesses and some homes are abandoned or poor. It's very sad to see, but it's actually very interesting to go back, look in time, and see what it was before, and imagine what could have been at that time. So Norma finally explained to me that we had to take these other off-the-road routes to explore. Because I was just going the route. I just wanted to stop in every city from the Route 66 song. So it's like, So stop in St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City must be mighty pretty. You see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Wyona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. So I wanted to go through every single one of those cities, just the route, just hopping into the roots of the Route 66 song. And then she said, no, you just go, because I thought that was all Route 66. Route 66 doesn't exist. And then finally I got the point. And we were talking different languages. I didn't know what she meant. She didn't understand. And finally, I got what she was saying. So we stopped, we exited the road, we followed the Route 66 sign, but there's actually no sign, because what happens is they put the Route 66 sign before the exit very, very far away, and you don't really know that actually when you get to the exit, that's Route 66. So the exit is marked, but it doesn't say Route 66. I guess it's on purpose so that you don't go through it. And it's abandoned. It's really not okay. So we explored. We got the exit in Oklahoma when we got to Oklahoma City. And then, okay, this says Route 66, so we're going to go out. But when we get out, we didn't know if it was left or right to go west or east. There's no signs for Route 66 because the road doesn't exist anymore. It just says next exit Route 66. Then you travel a little bit, you exit, and then you don't know. So we stopped at a place, stopped in the corner. As soon as we exited, we stopped at a little mini mart or something like that. And the person in there was a foreign person. And I asked them, and they said, I really don't know. But you know what? The cafe next door, they know everything. I'm like, okay. So I walked down there, and it seemed desolated, like the whole place was empty. There was nothing. So I go to the next door, the cafe. Oh my God. It was this beautiful woman and her husband. This is a British, and she was so gentle. And she's like, yeah, we don't have lunch, but this is Route 66. This is part of Route 66. You go this way. This is the place. But when I look around me, oh my God, they have all these things about Route 66. They had old furniture. It seems like the whole cafe was made of donated items that don't match. And it just seemed incredible. They had jazz records and signs and all kinds of crazy things. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like an old time. Like, where are we? This is a magical moment. And then we started to talk. Of course, I didn't say anything that I was a singer. We went through the East Coast to the West, and we're going. So she explained to me to get there. And then I go back to the car, and then I tell my friend, I got bad news and good news. And then the good news is that we are on Route 66. This is Route 66, and we just have to go this way. The bad news is that there's no bad news. So she got a kick out of that because she knew that they thought there was some bad news. That was really funny anyway. And that was a very funny moment. And I was really happy to tell her good news and more good news. So we took the car and we said, let's take a break there and have a coffee because it was noontime already, have something to eat, and then continue. We get there, we order something, and then we realize they don't have any lunch. They only have coffee and muffins and donuts or something like that. So they said, you know what, you're so nice, let's have something. And then when we actually order, and then the husband comes out, starts sharing about music, starts asking me where I'm from originally. I tell them I'm from Venezuela. And then next thing I know, he's talking to me about these Venezuelan musicians he had heard, his time when he went to Cuba, and all the things that he was sharing. He actually gave me, I'll show you what he gave me. He gave me a bunch of these. You're gonna laugh at this. You're gonna see. Look, a bunch of $1 million bills. Look, $1 million bills, $1 million bills. See? He gave me $1 million bills with some "In God We Trust" message, religious special message about the beauty of life and everything. And so that was really funny. He told me about a story where he started spreading all these bills in Cuba, and there was amazing stories, and it was really, really lovely person. it turns out he had played with Winston Marsalis and his father, and he had a picture. And actually, I do have the picture. He printed the picture and gave it to me, signed by Winston Marsalis and his father. And then I have the picture right there in the wall here in my study. So it's a very special moment. And then I said, well, actually, I'm a singer too. And so then he said, oh yeah, let me see, let's play this. So we started playing some jazz. Then we started playing some bossa nova. He had an album. Then he started playing some gospel music because then he said, I have a gospel album, I have a jazz album, like incredible. So we had such an affinity. We started talking. We're all half happy. They gave us. I'll show you. They gave us this pamphlet. They had pamphlets about Route 66 like this. See, it's really cool. And then they gave us these directions. They gave us directions to go back on the road and to follow Route 66. So this is what a right brainer would draw. You see? Right brain, and he drew this little map. And I understood it all. I said, you just go here, go there, go there, go there, go there, draw here, and then let's follow this down here. And I understood the whole map. I'm a right brainer, yes. So what happened is later the wife comes in and she says, if you have a little problem, here's my map. So very, very clear, left brain, you see? So this is the difference between a right brain and a left brain. Left brain, very methodical, very detailed, very clear. And then a right brain works like this. You know, they understand, we understand each other. Like this, very graphic, like 66, go here, 34, the numbers really big. It's kind of like a Picasso painting. I like that. So that is amazing, you know, just to see when I was going on the road, I was just really trying to analyze and to see everything that I've learned from my coach for business, JT Fox, and Francie, the marketing guru, amazing Francie, and his CEO. I've learned so much, and I am teaching everything that I've learned to my clients. And when I see something externally, that road, I was so amazed because I could analyze things. I could see people. I tried to read people. So, okay, this is a right brainer. This is a left brainer. I see the advertisement around me. What works for us? What doesn't work? Everything was like a game of business and marketing and sales. I loved it. And then they have this two different ways of describing. And of course, I realized after so many years of knowing Norma, and now that I know all this information, now I understand. I'm a right brain and she's a left brain. And that's why we just perfect co-pilot for me. So, and we understood each other. She understood the left brain map. I understood the right brain map. But guess what? I was the one driving. So I had to take the right brain one. And even though it was less clear for her, so well, you understand, you go. And we went and we took it. And the business model for this cafe was actually by donation. So it was really, really amazing. And the variety of environments and the variety of life and the environments makes us rich. Meeting new people, going through different places. That's why you have to be exposed to all these things to have an experience where you can enrich yourself and you can expand your brain, expand your business, expand your knowledge, expand your empathy, expand your love and acceptance for everybody on the road, everybody in the world. And I've never done a cross-country trip like this. I think the longest I've driven in my life, actually, I did a test because I did come here to California in July to do a test and to see if I was going to like this city. And I did do a test of driving 9 hours from San Jose, where I was visiting my friend and her husband, my best friend and roommate from Boston. I know her for over 21 years. And I took a trip all the way to the coast of California, all the way to Hermosa Beach. That was 9 hours. I was testing myself to see if I could really do a cross-country trip. And I did I said, okay, I'm going to do 6 hours. I know the normal way is 5 hours. I said, okay, I'm going to do as much as I can. I know it's longer. We'll see. Maybe 7 hours. Let's see. And I drove 5 hours, 6 hours. Oh, I can do this. So then at the end, I drove 9 hours. I knew I could do it. But before that, I don't think I ever driven more than 5 hours before. I used to drive to Montreal all the time and to the recording studio there where I had my engineer over there from Boston. That was 5-hour ride. That was the most I've driven myself. Because I did drive the whole south coast of France, but I wasn't the one driving. So in this case, I was driving to Montreal. 5 hours is the most I've driven in my life. And now I was going to drive every single day, 7 to 8 hours, maybe 5 hours, 6 hours. And I didn't know how my body would take that because, as you know, I am very, very active. I am hyper as well. So staying in one place for too long is not good. And during COVID, because I was working from home, I had the ability to sit down in my desk and then stand up, walk around the house when I'm talking, when I'm working. So I didn't really sit for too long. So I was wondering, what would that do to my body? But it actually turned out okay. I was a little sore, and all I had to do was stretch my hips from one side to the other, but I had no problem. I did do a full medical checkup before I left with the thermography to make sure that my whole body was okay and anything that I had to take care of. All the tests went perfectly well. I'm in perfect health, but I wanted to make sure that sitting for a long time wasn't good. So changing environments, and I was very good. And when I took that long trip, I thought that it was going to be very exhausting, and it was. I did have to stretch. It was a little painful to get out of the car, but I really loved it. I loved it. And exposing to different environments makes you accept other people, makes you see some new things, makes you explore, makes you do many things. And if you want to know more about me and my programs, please go to Automate Your Success program under my Chacin.com. I did run a special offer that I'm extending until I finish these videos, only for $197. This is a special program called Automate Your Success. And if you haven't done it before, the people that have done it have made amazing testimonials. You can go to Chacin.com/testimonials to see all the beautiful testimonials that the people have said about running with my program and being coached by me. And if you want to get some information, just go to automateyoursuccess.com, in my website, so that you can get acquaintance with my services and my products that is going to serve you to make you realize what is the life that you want and deserve. So this is day 4. Like I said, I went through Oklahoma. That was so amazing. We actually took a trip down to the Oklahoma downtown where the Oklahoma thing happened. I didn't really want to go to that area because I was a little scared of the energy, the Oklahoma bomber. That's all I associate Oklahoma with the bombing of that place. And I did see the center. I did see what it looks like. And it's actually smaller than I thought, like on TV and all the different videos. I was here when it happened. And I think I saw that the building was huge, but it wasn't actually huge. It wasn't that big. They're actually smaller than I thought. So that was interesting to see that city, those buildings. And it was okay. It was beautiful. Went around the circle and came back, and then we continue our way. And then we went to Amarillo, Texas. We drove through Oklahoma. Everything was relaxed. None of the stores or gas stations, nobody was wearing a mask. Nothing was happening. Everybody was relaxed, nothing. And the gas prices were super cheap. 1.7, 1.6. 1.7 was the cheapest we found. But amazingly cheap. And what was really amazing about Texas, Amarillo, and then I actually stopped in Amarillo for the night. That was about 7 hours of driving that day, and exploring Route 66. Okay, the Texas land, I didn't know that it was so full of windmills, and there were windmills and windmills and windmills. It was unbelievable. Like the whole landscape was tons of electric windmills. There's a lot of wind power, renewable source of power, of energy. And that was really positive for me to see, because I've seen it a little bit in Boston, but it's not a lot. I mean, when I saw the land in Texas, was unbelievable how many wind power towers were there, and I was very, very happy about that. A lot of renewable sources over there, so it's great, cheap energy, a lot of renewable source, no destroying the earth to extract the precious oils. So I was very happy to go through. So that was day number 4. So I hope you enjoyed this conversation. If you have any comments, if you want to share it, just to know more about it, ask me questions, please share it, and go back and look at all the other videos that I've been doing on my YouTube channel, my Periscope, or on Twitter Periscope, or Facebook page at Automate Your Success Coaching page. So like and comment if you really love what I'm telling you and the things that I'm sharing. So I have more day 5 tomorrow. So I'll be sharing again, and I'm on again. I'll be live again every day as much as I can. And I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you so much for watching, for supporting, and for being such great viewers. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much for watching on the replay. This is a fantastic moment for me to drive cross country, and this is the story of the road to success. On the road to success, what's going to happen? Oh my God, you have no idea. I had a wonderful surprise call Friday. It was amazing. I can't tell you all about it, but it was absolutely amazing. I was over the moon and crying in tears. I had a very, very wonderful call from my coach that surprised me, and I'm very, very happy. Thank you so much, JT Fox, for all the things that you've done for me. And I hope that you'll be surprised soon, everyone, because of the things that I'm coming and that I'm bringing to you in the future is going to be amazing. So stay tuned. La prochaine.